Welcome everybody tuning in. Special shout out, Melissa. Hope you're able to dial in and see us here. Getting going, trying to turn things around. A rough outing for the boys last night as that Minneapolis team had our number. Kind of took it to us. See how the boys bounce back. Kanan, along with Brown and Homstall, will be your forwards. Wilson back to D tonight, along with Jeffers. Charlie Ellickson in goal. Armstrong wins that initial face-off, dumps that in. Ellickson plays it off the back wall. Brown looking for a breakout, has a hard breaking puck to Homstall. Homstall's going to get to it. Centering pass, nobody home. Great hustle there for Homstall, as that could have been an icing on a bouncing pass from Brown. Gets all the way through neutral ice into zone there. Kanan looking for Brown. Brown off his feet. Homstall, though, forecheck, looking for Brown on the puck, chopping away at it, nothing there. Hey, Mark. Want to do stats? Pad save there for Ellickson on the way down. Brown to Kanan. Kanan punches one through neutral ice. I would say, so what happens when you hit that, when you go to goal, it'll give you an option on who it was. And then you could probably give a couple of saves to Charlie. I know he had just one a second ago. So you can give, we mostly been doing saves and saves, goals. You could do shots and face-offs, but to be honest, it becomes a lot. So it's up to you how fancy you want to get on it. All right, line change here. Here comes Meade up the near side with Gilbert and Kurth on the other side. Meade carrying it around the outside. Kurth in there chopping away at it, punches it back in, but Armstrong turns it out. Past Kurth. Armstrong with a breakout. Altschul back. Nicollet. Ellickson plays that one off. And here comes Nicollet. Looking for a way out. Ooh, takes a knee to the thigh there. And that is a trip, so they do get that. I didn't see the hand up, so tried to body Bennett a little bit and threw a knee out there, which tripped him up. And the Trojans get the first power play of the day at just inside the 2-minute mark. Kramer, good to see him back. Clavin with a little bit of space, flips one in, and that is saved. Kramer back to Prentice. Flips one in. Hasselfeld playing that one. So Hasselfeld, LaRose, and Kramer line is in. We've got Prentice and Clavin. Clavin tries to play that and can't get any of it, and that ends up back behind. And we'll regroup here with a minute and a half of this power play left. Clavin trying to carry it. Does. Finds Hasselfeld in neutral ice. Hasselfeld up the far side off the skate of an ace. Is there a combined? You're an ex-Armstronger. Is there a combined name for the
wings?
What are they?
The wings.
The wings. The wings, okay. So the wingers. That makes sense because they're either the Falcons or the Hawks, right? You were a Falcon?
I was.
Yeah. Falcon hoopster.
Back when we only hated Cooper, we didn't play sports with him.
It was a rivalry.
Yeah, it's weird having these mixed teams.
Clavin stops that one at the blue line, tries to flip it up to Brown. Brown dumps a hard one. A lot on that one to Kanan. Kanan almost backhanded that one in. Brown to Clavin. Clavin sneaks in. That off the pad. Homstall's on it, but got tied up there. This one gets back to Prentice. Prentice chipped in by, nice little pass in by Prentice, looking for Kanan. That gets in there. Brown's trying to poke one in on the near side crease. Nothing doing there. Clavin's going to hold the blue line again. Flips another one in, and that gets deflected wide. Brown to play it. He chucks one backhand. Doesn't get much of that, but Homstall is there for it. Amstal turns, fires, and saved. Glove by Armstrong. Oh, we got a faulty scoreboard here, don't we? 9 seconds left here. Short shift for the Meade, Kurth, and Gilbert line. Kurth overruns that one, and Armstrong regroups. Pressure there by Meade creates a turnover. Good help there. Wilson and Jeffers will be your defenders in this pairing. Gilbert pumps one back in. Good forecheck here, pressuring the boys. Meade's going to get another turnover, or created by Kurth. Gilbert parked out front, waiting for it. Looking for some space. Has Gilbert. Nothing there. Jeffers then flips one in. That gets deflected up and over the top. 10:30, and we are even strength. That's waved off. Wilson's on it. Wilson looking for Kurth. Can't quite play it, and that gets back by Kurth the other direction. Back to Wilson. Wilson's going to try Gilbert's side. Gilbert pumps one out. That does get to neutral ice. Oh, Kurth just underran that a little bit, but finds a piece of it into the corner. Gets bodied off the corner, but finds his way back in there. Pile up back behind the goal as LaRose breaks on it. Olchel with a nice shot up front. That ends up right in the bread box as Kramer now regroups and dumps one in. Nicollet now looking to play one on the far boards there. Does break free just a little bit. Looking for a backhander turn and fire from LaRose. That goes wide. Full shift crew in there now as Hasselfeld's there. Walker saved there for the Wings goalie. And they're going to dump that back down, and that'll be iced. Probably a much-needed change for the Wings. A good shift there as line change there brings some energy and holds that puck in zone for a while. Yet it remains 0-0, 9:11 left in the first. Kramer on the draw. Kramer tries to power one through, works its way through. LaRose on it, and a hard shot. That is Nicollet to LaRose to Kramer. Kramer scores first here. 5:57 mark of the first. Trojans draw first blood. Really nice play there as a blue line hold for Nicollet. Finds LaRose in the slot. Unselfish little pass from LaRose to the point, near point there for Kramer. Kramer finds the back of the net as he tends to. All right, the Wings working their way through neutral ice. Clavin, it's a tough spot to give one up, but he's back on the puck, trying to skate another one through. Good little forecheck pressure here from the Wings, causing the Trojans a little trouble getting out. Hasselfeld can't get another one through, and now with a little bit of space, Clavin gets stick checked away as well. Now going to work the far side. Now there's a little bit more space as Max crosses the red line there, dumps it in, and here comes some fresh forwards. Kanan pressures in the corner. Brown and Amstal in with him. Oh, a hard pass there. Brown couldn't deal with that pace on the slot. That gets into his skates, and the Wings turn that around, and they'll be offsides here. All right, about halfway through the first, Trojans found a goal, which, considering how last night went through much of it, it's good to get one on the board, right? Wilson and Jeffers are your defenders in front of Ellickson in goal. Wilson trying to work the blue line there, but ends up getting pumped back. Jeffers now looking for Brown. Brown gets hung up in his skates. Now Jeffers will try the near side. Jeffers chips one, backhanded up. Homstall with a good lead pass out front, banks it in, has Brown. Brown can't get it through the skates to Kanan, and the Wings turn this back around and have at least a bit of a rush as they dump it into the far corner. Jeffers now pumps it out. Brown chips one to Kanan. Defender holds that line as Kanan looks to try to work one back to Brown, and the puck goes high up and over the top. Here comes Wilson now near side. Oh, picked off in the middle there. Nice little move as that play comes in. Wilson kind of making up for that pass, does break and shut that down. Now Jeffers tries the far side, looking for Brown, scoots by him. That gets centered, deflected, and another one flips wide. Good scoring chance there for the Wings. All right, now Brown to Kanan, to Wilson. There's a scrum on the far blue line. Now Brown's going to work his way out. Does have Homstall. Homstall's got room near side. Homstall across through neutral ice. Works his way around. Kind of nobody home there as the other forwards were looking for a breather. Mead and Kurth now in. Mead dancing behind, looking for Kurth, gets by Kurth. Nicollet backs him up. Kurth trying to scoot one out, and that will be iced. So we'll keep you here. 5:49 left in the first. A 1-goal lead for the Trojans. Mead will face off, flanked by Kurth and Gilbert with Nicollet and Ulchel back. That does get to Ulchel. Ulchel flips one in, doesn't get all of it, and Armstrong plays it and works it out. Nicollet back, however. Nicollet plays his forward into the far boards. Kurth tries to get it out. They whiff on that. Now Mead there applying a little bit of forecheck pressure. Good break on it by Kurth. Kurth trying to find his hands free. Gilbert on it. Here comes Ulchel. Ulchel closes. He's going to dump it in. Kurth will be the first one to it. He tries to turn that around. Gets hung up in his skates. A little bit of help there from Gilbert. And now a breakout here for the Wings. And they have it through neutral ice. That gets flipped up and glove saved by, sorry, I thought we went to sleep there, but it's good. Glove saved there by Ellickson. 5:01 left here in the first. Hint on there, because we have some duplicate names. Look at the numbers if you know whose numbers are whose, because there's a couple of Drews and then it'll save whoever you know, so if you got a bunch of saves, it'll save whoever's, like, obviously Charlie will be up top because maybe he was the last button you put. LaRose with a nice little body block there on the blue line, now applying plenty of forecheck pressure. Does create enough havoc, but a little backhander does get out for the Wings. The Wings dump that in. Clavin will chase along with Prentice. Prentice looking for Hasselfeld. Hasselfeld chops one through, and he has got Kanan. Kanan working his way up, dangles his way around, and a backhander all about it. He goes hard, dekes right, and backhands one in the far side. Clavin, maybe? Was that a long skate out?
Max might have chipped it from the ball. I don't know.
Maybe Clavin to Hasselfeld to Kanan. Regardless, Kanan on the goal, and a 2-goal lead here for the Trojans, and a win on this faceoff as Clavin wins that, or Kanan wins the faceoff, and then Clavin wins his way out. Prentice there to stop that as that rings around the boards to the other side. Ooh, and a little slapper opportunity as that goes and rebounds off of the goalie's pad. Shut down by Clavin, now deep. That gets flipped out. Brown's backing him up, and we're going to have a Clavin penalty. I missed it. What happened? All right, 2 minutes. Oh, it took the net off? Or ran the kid into it? Okay. So I think we got interference was the call on Clavin. So 2-minute power play for the Wings here with 3:53 left in the first. Couple of whacks at it as good saves there for Charlie up top. Defenders trying to exit out. Oh, Brown overruns one there. That he might have had a shorthand opportunity. Oh, and just some bad bounces trying to work its way out of Homstall's way. Oh, and they're in a regroup. Brown has a chance at this far side. Carries that in, but is going to get a change, which is probably a good change, and let them regroup. Here comes some fresh skaters in Mead and Gilbert. Gilbert pressures, creates a turnover at neutral ice. Temporarily, however, as the Wings player carries that back through into zone, and a nice little exit out there, and that was an icing. So 3:03 left, 1:10 on the power play for the Wings. Mead will come in and take this draw. Fresh defenders, Altschul and Nicollet in. Gilbert and Mead will be your defenders. Mead, good pressure, finds a way to get that to neutral ice. Energizer Buddy and Mead, man, he is all over the place. Here, Nicollet is going to carry this puck in. If nothing more, a good time killer there as pressure from Nicollet as the boys try to recover here and a little bit of a breakout opportunity for the Wings. Good back check by Mead, of course. Pins into the boards on the near side. 30 seconds left as Altschul plays that puck right out front. He's going to try to chip one out, and they hold. And that finally finds its way out. Mead trying to get a piece of it and does. Mead's heart pumping out of his chest at about 180 beats a minute, but he doesn't stop. He just keeps going. And an icing call the other direction. 7 seconds left in the power play, and a really, really good shift there by Mead was all over the ice. Little fracas on the far boards there. Centering pass hits up, puck covered, and Ellickson with 2 or 3 saves in that series there plops on the puck as there was a Wings skater in the crease and covered nicely by Ellickson. Even strength now for the Trojans with 1:44 left in the first. 2-goal lead. Kanan works it over to Prentice. Prentice tries to bring one around the far side. Has Hasselfeld. Hasselfeld tries to pump one forward. Nothing doing there. Held up. Flavin kind of wills one to neutral ice and then finds its way to Hasselfeld. Hasselfeld trying to poke one by and beat his defender there, but it is turned around by the Wings. We have a nice little breakout into the top. Prentice breaks, nothing there, but that ends up back again, and Prentice gets another piece of it. Nice pass up. Ooh, had LaRose streaking up the far side. That was broken up nicely. Clavin's got a little pep in his step today as well, kind of willing to carry that puck nicely through neutral ice. The Wings dump that back in, and here's Clavin to play it. Clavin to LaRose. LaRose has space, carries it nicely, finds its way to Kanan, and just dances down the blue line and offsides for the Trojans. 44 seconds left here in the first. Mead, Brown, and Homstall. I just realized that was, we don't see Cole back after that first shift in goal, have we?
He was looking pretty ginger out there.
Homstall now up the left side, carries it deep. Oh, centering pass. Nicely there. Up front to Jeffers. That off the pipe. back pipe. I don't know what that hit. That or did it? It did sound a little funny. Brown working in there. He is with Homstall. Back on it. Has Mead now to help. Brown and Mead working that back nicely on a forecheck, and that is the end of the first. Good first. That's a bounce back period that we needed. 2-goal lead for the Trojans here as we enter the first intermission. No DJ tonight. We'll just listen to ourselves think. Was he the one playing it?
He was last game.
You're so sensitive.
Yeah.
Kane and Brown and Homstall will start out at forwards along with Jeffers and Wilson. Brown, a little pep talk for Ellickson as we get this rolling. Kane on the dot. And we did change that out. So now we do have new defenders. We've got Altschul and Nicollet in. Nice little pass across, creates space here for the wings. That gets flipped in. Ooh, high flipper over the top there. Brown looks to play it. Ooh, has it just out of Kanan's way, but that scoots through a couple of defenders there. And Homstall on it. Kanan then takes a whack at it near side. He's going to maintain possession. Finds Homstall. Homstall looking for Brown in the slot. Brown tries to get it out. He gets stick checked away. Gets tied up there with the wing player. That ends up back to Altschul. Nicollet holds the zoom. Not quite. That popped up just over the line and offsides here. Line change. Looks like we'll have 10 fresh skaters coming in for both sides. For the Trojans, Mead will take this face-off flanked by Gilbert and Kurth. We see Prentice and Clavin back at defense. That ends up as Mead wins that draw, ends up on the stick of Prentice. Prentice dumps it, and Mead on the forecheck. Gilbert there to break. Ooh, and that gets past Prentice, and it's a skate off to the far side. Prentice gets there around the same time as Gilbert turns, looking for Mead. Mead chops it out. Can't quite find the other side of the blue line. Then Prentice works it out. Neutral ice here for the Wings. Nothing doing. Prentice banks one to Gilbert. Gilbert now chasing on a forecheck. Oh, creates the turnover. Right to Kurth. Kurth fires and misses left. Might have got a piece of that one. Not sure if that was going wide or got a piece of it. Good hustle there by Gilbert. Creates that turnover. And Kurth fires wide. Now the boys try to break out again. That one scoots by from Prentice past Gilbert. Gets flipped on again. And now here comes Mead. Mead with space. Scoots up the left edge. Armstrong chases on it. Mead pressures. Kurth on the doorstep, flips one in. Ooh, tries to chop one up near side. And ends up in the goalie's mitts. Nice little break on that puck and chops one at the goalie. And a save there for the Wings. Just 2:11 into the second here. Trojans hanging on to a 2-goal lead. Hasselfelt and LaRose in along with Kanan, running a 2-center set with Kramer out. Armstrong wills that one in. And now Hasselfelt plays it near side. Hasselfelt's going to try to skate it out. Reverse around. Ends up on the stick of Armstrong. That gets flipped up high and out. Sprawling save there for Charlie as that came across the middle, and he gets a pad on it, shuts it down. Little encouragement from Wilson. What's that? Kanan breaks that out. LaRose can't catch any of that as that ends up back in. But now Wilson has it. Wilson has it with space. Going to carry it up near side. Works his way. Tries to get his hands free. Just enough of a back check there. Puck to neutral ice. Offsides on the wings. Mead back in. He's along with Homstall and Brown. Altschul and Nicollet are your defenders. Gets to Altschul. Altschul trying to work the far side. Has Brown there to help. Now Altschul's going to try to chip it out. Nothing doing there. He'll try the far side. That gets flipped up, and that gets deflected back behind the net. Altschul digging. Nicollet now on it. And he does poke that through. Mead hard on the chase. Brown now tries to pick it up. Ties up that offender. Now here comes Homstall. Homstall with space on the far side and speed. Working his way in. Tries to get it in, and a puck flips up in the air and snagged nicely by the Wings goalie. 11 minutes left here in the second. Homstall gets an edge on that far left side and sort of skates away from defenders. Does that time again. Gets it basically to the crease. Pops one up in the air, and it gets gloved by the Wing goalie. Oh, nice little break there as the Armstrong skater came out of what looked like a Mead win, only to temporarily get that back to neutral ice. Homstall off his skates, trying to work one through. Nothing there. Nicollet breaks on it. Brown, looking for Homstall. Homstall looking for a break. And Armstrong turns that around. Nicollet then poke checks that one away. Mead with space, and he's going to outskate this again. Finds his way through, just trying to work his way in. And dazzling individual effort by Mead as Mead pokes one free. What looked like an even skates by his defender. Deeks left, comes back, and that's another backhanded score on a breakaway for the Trojans. And they go up 3-0 on Mead's individual effort. Was there a poke out that got that? I mean, there was a breakout, but I don't know. So probably unassisted. We'll go unassisted for Mead on the goal there. Here comes Clavin working his way across. Puts one on the tape here of the forecheck forward of the Wings. Prentice back to play it. Now looking for Clavin. Clavin pins up against the boards and takes the puck away. Clavin trying to power one through. Has it again, now with a little bit of space, skating his way through. Clavin overruns that one, turned around here by the Wings. Wings skating through, Gilbert pressuring. Kurth trying to lead out to Kanan. Prentice back to play it. Technically a save there for Ellickson. Gilbert trying to play it up the near side, gets screened off by a ref. And that ends up back in the hands of the Wings. Ooh, nicely poked away there. Now here comes Kurth. Kurth flips one up. Ooh, almost gets it right to Kanan. Tries to glove one. Oh, turnover there. And now Clavin, far corner. Puck stuck maybe in that little weird spot. Yeah. Oh, nice little lead out there. Kanan couldn't quite reach it. That was just off the front of his tape. So that'll be coming back as icing. 8:42 left in the second. Nearing the midpoint of this one, and the Trojans have a 3-goal lead as we carry on. Meade now on the draw. Hasselfeld and LaRose in there. He's just... Is he the one holding on to the stick, too? I was going to say, just line him up. Yep. Good lead out. Hasselfeld with a little room near side. That was a great pass through. See if Hasselfeld can lean his way in. Ooh, looking 5-hole as he works his way across. Nothing doing there. That ends up high and over the top as Wilson fires and misses. Brown now creates a little turnover as he scoots in. Up on the crease. Backhands one through. Brown turns, fires, looking for LaRose. Back behind. Now on his tape. Flips one in. Goes forehand in the backhand, and it gets covered. Good little sequence there. Good, slightly better saves by the goalie as we put a little bit of heat on him at the midway point here of the second. Kanan, Brown, and Homstall, your forwards here. Wilson and Jeffers back. Jeffers pumps one in. Has Kanan on the crease. Brown now has a piece of it. Big flip that through. As Wilson nicely bodies his defender off. Kanan tries to dangle one through. Gets pinched off by a couple of defenders, but gets it back on his stick. Trying to find, has Brown sneaking in on the crease. Brown turns, fires. Now Jeffers in the slot. That gets flipped in and covered by the Armstrong goalie. Altschul and Nicollet in on D. Brown, Kanan, and Homstall will remain at forward. Homstall looking for Nicollet. Little tic-tac opportunity in. Brown looking 5-hole, and that gets covered. Another doorstep chance there for Brown, and he's beyond himself. Thinks he got to put one of these in. I agree. Good to get scoring opportunities nearby. Wings looking for an extra change here. Altschul, Nicollet on D will remain. Brown, Kanan, and Homstall will stay there. Kanan gets it back on his stick. Tries to dangle his way out. Does eventually get bodied off that puck. And they flip one out. Brown draws some contact. Out to neutral ice. Altschul is on it. Altschul tries to poke one through the skinny part. Nothing doing there. Brown now at neutral ice. Chops one in. Regroup here for the Wings. Nice little pass into neutral ice. And they've got some room. Brown with maybe a little dangerous stick check there, to be honest. And lazy back. Nice little shot back, but nobody really picked him up. Gave an easy shot up on a little bit of a deep slot there. And he finds the rear post to close this to a 2-point game. 3-1 here, Trojans. Sometimes when you've got a lot of offensive pressure, You start playing a little offensively, and next thing you know, when they do turn one around, you sort of forget to get back, you know. That felt a little reminiscent of yesterday where there was just no get back and give up an easy fire. All right, D to D. Kurth tries to chip one out. Ends up back on the D. Prentice looking to carry. Finds its way up into neutral ice. Now the boys will pressure. Try to work their way through. Ooh, Meade has a chance that overruns it. Hard ice pass there. Gilbert. Oh, looking for Kurth far side. All right, now with a little bit of space, and Meade is going to race this one through. Has it coming across. Looking 5-hole, and we've tried 5-hole on this kid. He's closed that up every time. Opens it up and closes it quickly. Nice little opportunity there as Meade outraces the defender to the crease again. But a nice save there for the Wings goalie. 5:05 left in the second. 2-goal lead for the Trojans. Meade, Kurth, and Gilbert remain. Meade stays on it. Finds its way back to Wilson. Wilson deflects one into the far corner. Kurth now there to play it. Kurth looking to play one out to Jeffers. Little hot across to Wilson. Wilson backhands one down to Meade. Meade gets pinned into the boards. Wilson breaks on it. Ooh, has a little bit of space there. And a deflected puck off a pad. Held in by Jeffers. Wilson holds. Kurth skates that out. Looking to regroup here. Has a little bit of room on the near side. He dumps that in. Line change coming. LaRose is in. Homstall's in. Kanan's in. Jeffers and Wilson remain on D. Good little sequence here. Backside puck. LaRose turns, fires, looking for a bank. LaRose dumps another one in. That scoots harmlessly through everybody. And that, I believe, will be iced. And so we'll stay down here with 3:43 left in the second. Good sequence of pressure there. We've had a few good sequences of pressure. Eventually we've got to pump another one in here and extend this lead. Altschul and Nicollet are your defenders. Kanan, Hasselfeld, and LaRose remain on D. And a good skate-out opportunity here as pressure mounts, however. Hasselfeld, lead out to Kanan. That ends up out front. LaRose there. Works his way through. Looking to Hasselfeld again. Nothing doing as that gets away from him. And the Wings skater is working his way out. That gets flipped up high and over the top. Chop in the far corner is centered. Ooh, nice open slot. Nice open piece in the slot. Deflection opportunity. Nothing doing. Here comes the forecheck pressure of LaRose. LaRose can't quite hold that off. Is that arguably offsides? Either way. If we don't touch it, is that a... I don't know. Yeah. All right, Altschul skating around, backside. Banks one out, nothing doing there. That ends up back into the other corner for Nicollet. Nicollet looking for Homstall. Kanan looking for Brown. Back to Kanan. Broken up nicely there. And now Brown actually has it through neutral ice. Skating his way through, punches one forward to Homstall. Homstall regroups, tries to get a piece of it. Brown now into the corner. What do we got? Hold. Battle in there. You're going to wrap his stick on him, I think. All right. We got to kill 2 minutes. That'll actually carry 1 second into the third if we hold them out of the net here. Power play opportunity for the Wings, controlled up front by the Wings. Mead now on it. Homstall, tough pass across to Mead, nothing doing. Prentice knocks one out of midair. That is a stick save. I think that was maybe going wide, but Ellickson got a piece of that, knocked that down. We're essentially even here, 1 second off the penalty in the game clock. Roughly 1:30 left in both. Clavin is going to flip that out, and we'll let that clock kill. Kurth and Gilbert will come in as your forwards. Prentice and Clavin will remain, so that'll be your 4. Gilbert will take this draw. Prentice back to Clavin. Clavin tries to find a way out. That gets flipped in. Ooh, dangerous there. Kurth trying to get a piece of that. That should be waved off. Gilbert applying enough pressure to maybe take some time off the clock, but not to maybe get out of shape, and they do. Prentice looking for Gilbert. Gets past him, but he holds it up on the red line. Back to the Wings. Wings carry it in. Oh, deflected puck there. Overrun. That actually goes past by the goal. 30 seconds and change here as we close out the second. Saved there by Ellickson. Prentice working his way around. Clavin's going to rip one around, and that finds its way through, and that it will nicely get waved off as well, as they had a chance to play that and don't quite get to it. Gilbert, however, on it, there to help hold things up temporarily, and now a breakout as Kurth back checks to get a piece of it. Nice job on the back check there. Prentice tries to skate his way out. So we'll start the second, killing a 1 second penalty. Or the third, excuse me. Trojans hanging on to a 2-goal lead as we enter the third. Yeah, we got to put this. Got to find a way to pump a couple in there, put this out of reach, and yeah. And to some degree, it's okay to find a way to create. All right. Keenan and Hasselfeld will be in. Brown finds his way out of the bin, and they scoot that one forward. Here comes the Wings, carrying it into zone. They find their way through and rip one over the top of the net there as Wilson tries to skate one out. Nice little flip out. Finds Hasselfeld around the far side. Hasselfeld leans in, centers. Nobody quite there. LaRose the next one in. Kanan on it. Hasselfeld looks for Jeffers. Jeffers, tries to turn and flip one in backhanded. Doesn't get much on it. And the Wings on a breakout. Kanan slows that down. Chases his own puck into the corner. Creates a little bit of space. Trying to get his hands free. Flips one in and scores! Individual effort for Kanan as he picks up a puck on the near boards. Dangles his way around. Gets his hands free and may have worked himself right into a screen because not sure he saw all of that, but I believe that is Kanan unassisted and number 2 for Kanan on the day. Is that right? Mead, he pushes one forward. Gets it on the blue line. Can't carry further. Carried on by the Wings. Just a little bit of a poke from Brown. Finds Homstall near side. Homstall gets bodied off, but Mead's there to pick him up. Looking for a little bit of space out front. Homstall is parked there, trying to get his way through. Works his way in. That finds the back of the boards, just missing right. Brown battles. Back to Homstall. Homstall trying to get free up front. Brown breaks. Mead on it. That goes wide right as well. Now Nicola will chase into the far boards. Holds that up temporarily. Mead creates some room far side. Nicolet, he works his way past. Brown now on the near side. He backhands one in, looking for Homstall. Homstall to Mead. Mead with a quick little shot. Nothing there. Wings with a hard breakout. Has Nicolet on the far boards. Tries to scoot one forward. Does eventually poke it forward. Gets a little help from Brown at the midline. And Nicolet will regroup. Looks for Altschul. Altschul, nice little pass on the tape of Mead. Mead into neutral ice across the blue line. Gets crossed up there temporarily by the Wings. Centering pass. Bounces off that pipe. Couple of shots in on the crease. And covered. A little bit of jabbering going back and forth. The boys get some fresh skaters out. Kanan out with Gilbert and Kurth now. The Wings get hung up back behind there. As Gilbert works his way through, a bouncing puck comes up over the top. Nice shot on goal and covered by the Wings goalie. Gilbert picked that thing up, found his backhand, flipped one up, and saved by the Wings goalie. Kanan back on the faceoff. He works his way back to Kurth. Shot on. And a nice little turn and fire again by Gilbert. That was put on by Clavin first. That misses wide left. Picked up a rebound. Was Gilbert. Gilbert puts another shot on. Gilbert again at neutral ice, turning one around, trying to get it in, and the Wings enter. Blocked by Prentice. Prentice, another body block there. I think that one hit the skates, actually. Turns that one out to neutral ice. Kurth with a big hit on the far side. Stick lost. That one got across the crease and probably shouldn't have. And here comes Clavin. Clavin with room. He's going to carry it through neutral ice. Finds his way all the way up the left side here. Hard shot up off the pad or shoulder of the goalie. Another good save for the Wings goalie as Clavin then creates another turnover there. He just whacks with his stick. LaRose and Hasselfelt on either side of Meade. Wilson and Jeffers are your defenders. Pressure in by Hasselfelt. That gets pumped out to Wings. Wings have a breakout and a cross-ice pass there. Wilson's there to slow that down, but back and forth they go and find their way into zone. Turned around to those Meade carries. He's going to get pinched off. Maybe not. He actually splits the difference, skates his way through. Nice little effort there as the defender does eventually slow that down, but Meade all over it. Jeffers holds at the blue line. Can't quite get his way through. Wilson breaks. Hasselfelt's on it. Jeffers to Hasselfelt. Just gets by him. That gets flipped up into the bench of the Trojans. We'll have a center ice draw here. Just inside 10 minutes left in the third. Trojans 4-1 over the Wings. Meade punches that one forward, but the Wings control it. LaRose then turns that back to neutral ice. LaRose, tries to punch one out to Meade. Meade finds another piece of it, and he does carry that in. Meade to LaRose. LaRose flips one in and saved. Nice little pass there from Meade. LaRose gets his stick on it, flips one up, and a high basket catch there for the Wings goalie. Now Kanan, Homstall, and Brown will come in. Wilson and Jeffers remain on D. Kanan to Wilson. Homstall gets it first. He dumps it into Brown. Brown up front to Kanan. Nice little centering pass there. I didn't even see that pop out, but he does pop it up, and Kanan takes a nice shot at it. Another good save by the Wings goalie. 9:30 left here in the third. Brown plays it out to Jeffers. Jeffers flips one in, and then a glove save again for the Wings. Kanan again to Brown. Brown turns, fires that one back to Homstall. On the crease is Brown. Brown turns. Another one, nothing doing. Good hold up there by the Wings. Jeffers on the crease, though, or on the blue line. Pumps one down to the crease. Brown holds that up. Now Wilson's going to try to hold the blue line. Wilson turns that around. He flips that in. Gives up. Just off his glove. And a save. 8:55 left here in the third. 4-1 Trojans. Fresh defenders coming in. Kanan, Homstall, and Brown will remain, but we will have Nicollet and Altschul back on D. Kanan almost gets it to Brown. Held up. Nicollet creates a little bit of pressure. Nice little pass from Kanan over to Brown. Big rebound given up, but nobody home. And the Wings hold up on it. Nicollet across to Altschul. Altschul can't play it cleanly, but does find Brown at neutral ice. That plinkos its way across to the near side to Homstall, to Kanan. Kanan back to Homstall. And that is just enough of that by the Wings to hold that up. But Kanan finds himself free. Dangles one over, looking for backside crease in Homstall. And there was just, I think, a wing stick got in the way, preventing that nice little pass across the crease. Nicollet regroups, carries one in, and Kurth well off sides there as Nicollet kind of whirled right at the blue line and just mistimes that one. Meade, along with Gilbert and Kurth now, Altschul and Nicollet remain on D. Nicollet has room. Powers one through the far side. Backhands one up, looking for Meade. That finds its way to the crease. Gilbert looking wide. Right, another shot just misses there. And the Wings have a skate-out opportunity here. Altschul breaks that up nicely, flips that one out. That will ice. 7:26 left. Nicely broken up there by Ulchel, however. They had numbers coming back. Ulchel holds that up and does a nice job of getting rid of that one. Now here's Meade. Kurth just off his stick. Ooh, a bouncing puck. Dangerous across the crease there. Now Kurth has it. Kurth chops one out. He's going to chase that into zone. Ooh, just overruns that. That's going to find its way out. Not for long as Prentice breaks and slows that down, at least temporarily. Now plenty of space across the middle. Kurth loses one through his skates. Ooh, tough one to give up. That almost creates a scoring chance there. Prentice looking for Clavin. Back to Gilbert. Gilbert, ooh, into the skates there. Having a hard time getting one out for this crew. Kurth chops one out, and that can't get out of the blue line. This one does. The boys will regroup. We'll get some fresh skaters coming in as Hasselfeld and Kanan will join. That should complete that forward rotation. Yep, as LaRose is in. Looks like a couple of new defenders in Wilson and Jeffers as well. 6:09 left in the third, and a 3-goal lead for the Trojans. Kanan wins that. Jeffers works his way out. Kanan closes. Kanan's causing enough disruption there to create a turnover. And he does. Works his way back behind the net. Look to that. Oh, flip one out. Nothing there. Here comes the Wings. Wings poke that through, and that'll be iced. So we'll come back with 5:37 left in the third. 3-goal lead for the Trojans. Kane and Homstall and LaRose, your forwards. Again, Wilson and Jeffers back. Jeffers turns, fires. We got numbers kind of coming back. Didn't get all of that one. Or got broken up, I'm not sure. Puck hung up on the far boards. Finds LaRose. That ends up high. Hand pass for the Wings into their own zone. Tries to work that free. Nothing there. Nice little slapper from Jeffers. LaRose carries far side. Ooh, LaRose puts one out. Nice rebound opportunity there as that gets there. Plays that out to Jeffers. Nice pass out. Oh, that gets flipped. Kanan caught just a piece of that as it gets by him into the LaRose. Now LaRose still turns, carries that over. Saucer pass across. Hasselfeld works his way into the corner. Scoot around, looking for some space. Centering pass, just a little hot off the Kanan stick. Homstall breaks on it, and the Wings carry it forward. Nice little bat out of the air for Hasselfeld as that was dangling right in front of the net. Homstall breaks down. Good hustle there for Homstall. Brown now on it. The forecheck heavy here as Meade creates a turnover. Backhander tries to go short side. Homstall backside. Now he's there. Brown up front. Out to Ulchel. Ulchel flips one in. That gets and ends up wide right. Nicollet on the far side flips another one in. That scoots all the way through. Ulchel holds. Fires into the body there. Brown now retreats, gets a piece of it. He gets bodied in. Meade turns that around, trying to find a little bit of crease. Nicollet, however, hands free up front, knocks the stick out of the defender's hand. Meade turns, fires. Meade turns and fires again, and a third time. 3 back-to-back shots, and I don't know, I think one got to the goalie, one got knocked down, and a relentless Josh Mead finds the back of the net with 3:23 left here in the first. Just keep shooting. That's at least 2, I think, for Mead. So we got a couple for Mead and a couple, is that right? A couple for Mead and a couple for Jack, and I think Cole scored our first one. So I think that is an accounting. Mead is going to will that one forward. Forecheck pressure on it again. The Wings looking to break out, get it out to neutral ice. Nicollet breaks on it, but it does actually find its way out, and the Wings, hard rebound off. Nice job by Ellickson. They flip that in. Ulchel back to play it. Ulchel around the back of the net. Looks for Brown. Back to Ulchel. To Homstall. Homstall controls it nicely, and like a rocket, fires his way up the far side. Will draw a penalty. Does actually get that thing centered. What an effort there by Homstall as he draws a penalty, still able to get that stick out and centers it, and just out of reach. So for 2 minutes here, the Trojans will have an opportunity to extend this lead. There's just 2:37 left in the game and a 2-minute penalty or power play for the Trojans. Here comes Kurth and Gilbert. Prentice to Kurth. Back to Prentice. Prentice up top. Gilbert turns, fires, chops at it. Ooh, and Kanan got a piece of that I think trickled by the left upright. Nothing doing there. And a little breakout here. Nice little pass up by Prentice. Tough pass into some traffic there by Kanan, but he does control it. But does get chopped back in by Prentice to Gilbert. Gilbert to Kurth. That gets kind of hung up on the red line there. That gets punched in. Prentice there to play it. Prentice tries to skate one out. This shift doesn't feel like a power play just yet. Now maybe a little bit of space. Works one over. That scoots by Kurth. And again, back in for the Wings. A little flat-footed suddenly in a shift here. Clavin, though, comes, controls. He's going to skate one through neutral ice. Oh, he does try to dangle one through. Gets it through. Can't quite get his hands free. Does center. And it ends up being held up. Here comes LaRose now. LaRose with space. He works his way up. He has speed up the left side. He fires one off a blocker. And a save there. 6 seconds left in the Trojan power play. 43 seconds left in the game and a 5-1 lead for the Trojans. Mead, LaRose, and Hasselfelt in what could be the last shift here. LaRose punches one in, looking for Mead. Even strength now for the Wings. Jeffers has Mead. Mead can't quite handle it, but it finds its way to LaRose. LaRose does get a piece of it and punches that in. Mead will forecheck back behind, and the Wings turn and get a piece of that one. Wilson battles on the near side. That does finally get its way to neutral ice. And Hasselfelt. Oh, nice little play there. And that is a 5-1 win for your Trojans. A good bounce-back game. We needed that after a rough outing last night. And the Trojans get back in the win column. And I don't even know. Do we have a game coming up this week?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll see you when we see you, and internet connection provided. We will be back for our next game, so stay tuned. Oh, we play Tuesday.
Minneapolis Black.
We got the other Minneapolis game at Minneapolis.
Yep, that parade.
All right, we'll be at Parade. I think